So students, will start with problem number 3 now. In the figure, line L is parallel to line M and line N is parallel to line P. You can see the figure, L is parallel to M, N is parallel to P. Okay. Find angle A, angle B, angle C from the given measures of an angle. Okay, so there is one angle mentioned here as 45 degrees and there are three unknown angles A, B, C. That is what we need to find out. Okay, so if you observe these lines, you can see that if N is parallel to P, so meanwhile L and M are transversal. And when I say L is parallel to M, so P and N are transversal. So in both directions you can see the parallel lines and transversals. Okay, let's move ahead. We'll see how to find out angle A, B and C. Okay, now to make our consideration easier here, I'll just make one more angle here. Let this angle be D. Okay, so because I have introduced this from my side, so I'll write here consider, or you can write let. Okay, so consider angle D as shown in figure. Okay, so I have marked it in the figure, so that is why I'll write here consider angle D as shown in figure. Okay, now I can write here line L is parallel to line M. So this is given, so I have to mark here as given, and line P is transversal. Okay, so when I assume that L is parallel to M, so as I told you that now P is transversal. Is it clear? So to look at the corresponding angle, I can see in this direction. Okay, so you can see that 45 is corresponding to D. So I can write here angle D is equal to 45 degrees. And reason? Corresponding angles. Remember students, before writing corresponding angles, you have to mention that lines are parallel and which transversal you have selected. So line L is parallel to M, and on transversal P, I can say that angle D is equal to 45 degrees. Reason? Corresponding angles, because we have done this property as corresponding angle theorem. Okay, but D is not our requirement, this was our assumption. Now using D, I can find now A, B and C. Okay, let's see how. Now we will write here angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degrees. You can see A and D, they are linear pairs. So mention the reason here. Angles in linear pair. Okay, so D is already known. So angle A plus 45 equals to 180. So angle A equals to 180 minus 45. This 45 I have shifted here. So 180 minus 45. So angle A, after subtraction, I will get here 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 4 is 3. So 135 degrees. I got here angle A. Is it clear? Now, the next one is angle B. So students, you can see angle A and B, they both are vertically opposite angles. So you can write here angle B is congruent to angle A. Reason? Vertically opposite angles. Okay, so that means angle B is equal to angle A. So obviously you can write angle B is also 135 degrees, isn't it? Now I have to find angle C. Now look at C and B. They are corresponding angles between parallel lines N and P and transversal M. So I have to mention here that line N is parallel to line P and line M is the transversal. Okay, so that means angle C is congruent to angle B. Okay. So reason, I will write it, corresponding angle. Okay. If you want, you can also write angle C is congruent to angle A. Then you have to write reason here, alternate angles. Remember, I have written here C is congruent to B. So I have to write reason here, corresponding. If somebody writes that angle C is congruent to A, that is also right because they are alternate angles. So you can write here angle C is equal to angle B. So angle C is equal to 135 degrees. So students, you can see that angle ABC, all angles are 135 degrees. I hope it is clear. Now we'll move to problem number 4 of exercise 2.1. In the figure, sides of angle PQR and angle XYZ are parallel to each other. You can see PQ parallel to XY, QR parallel to XZ. Then prove that angle PQR is congruent to angle XYZ. So we have to prove that these two angles are congruent. Okay. So we should write like this. We should write down the given data, whatever is given in question. So PQ is parallel to XY because they are saying that sides are parallel. So I can write PQ is parallel to XY. Okay. And YZ is parallel to QR. And what is question? That has to be written as prove. What is to be proved? Angle PQR is congruent to angle XYZ. Now, because we need to introduce something more, so I have to write here construction. If it is not required, then you can leave this part. You can directly move to proof. But for this question, I need to introduce something else. So I will extend ray XY. Okay. I will produce this like this. Okay. So it is intersecting QR at certain point. So I have to name this. Let's name that this is M. You can name anything. I have named it as M. So you have to mention this over here. So construction is ray XY is produced such as intersects at M. Okay, to line QR. So this is intersecting line QR at M. Now we'll move ahead. If you observe this figure, first of all we start with the given data. Ray YZ, you can see here YZ is parallel to ray QR. Okay, this is already given in the question, so I'll write it as given. Okay, now on transversal XY, this is transversal, angle XYZ is congruent to angle YMR. You can see XYZ is congruent to YMR. Which type of angle is this? This is called as corresponding angle. So you have to write here reason. Corresponding angles. Okay. You can mark this as expression 1. Now ray yx is parallel to ray qp. Okay, actually we have written here yz parallel to qr and pq parallel to xy. Because we have not mentioned it as ray, but when I am saying ray, so remember the direction, it should be read as ray pq, ray qp, sorry. I cannot read it as pq because direction is qp. Then I will write here, that is ray mx. Okay, so yx can also be read as mx, isn't it? Because it is same line parallel to ray qp. This is one and the same thing. So yx can be read as mx also. Okay, then on transversal QR. So I am taking now transversal QR. This is the parallel line and this one is transversal. So again you can see that this angle is congruent to this one. What is the relation? Corresponding angle. So let's write down. Angle YMR is congruent to angle PQM. PQM. Reason? Same thing. Corresponding angle. Okay, so PQM can also be read as PQR. So I'll write here angle YMR is congruent to angle PQR. This could be marked as second one. Okay. So what could be the reason behind this? You have to mention here, because QMR, this is collinear. So that means PQM can also be read as PQR, because QM and QR, this is one and the same ray. Okay. Now compare 1 and 2. If you compare, you will find that YMR is common. It is congruent to XYZ also, and it is congruent to PQR also. So you can write here from 1 and 2. Okay, from 1 and 2, angle PQR is congruent to angle XYZ. This is what we need to prove. Okay.